The clock is, yeah, they're gonna start in 1 minute, if the clock doesn't work. Hey, yeah, no problem, though. It's like, that's the- absolutely.
Sit in the front row. Well, sure. Where else would it sit?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Where is it?
Any place, just sit right there.
Okay. I'll sit right here. How's that work?
Oh, it's,
Ah. Don't get old. Sorry. You play it. You know it?
I worked with him for years.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get them, John.
Oh, good stuff.
Thank you. What, me too, I will too.
Would like to call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. It's August 20th, 2024, 6:30 PM in the City Council chambers of West Valley City Hall. We are excusing Mayor Lang and Councilman Fittipaldi tonight. All other members of the council are present. We're also joined on the dais by Mr. Ifo Pili, our city manager, and Nicole Kamak, our city recorder. Tonight, the opening ceremony is a little different. Last week, West Valley City and the west side of the valley lost a stalwart supporter from the legislature. She did retire last year, but she still took an active part in supporting West Valley City. Senator Karen Main succumbed to her cancer that caused her retirement. She was a good friend, and actually my wife and I attended high school with her. And so I'd like to have a moment of silence for her, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item is our approval of minutes to the council.
Motion to approve the minutes of August 13th.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any objection to those minutes? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
They pass unanimously. Public comment period. We have this time is now our time to accept public comment. It's limited to 30 minutes. Any person wishing to comment shall limit their comments to 3 minutes. On recognition by the Mayor Pro Tem, you will approach the microphone. If you did not sign up, please give your name and address. All comments are directed to the Mayor Pro Tem, and no person addressing the City Council during the comment period shall be allowed to comment more than once. Comments shall be limited to city business and matters within the purview of the City Council. Speakers should not expect any debate with the mayor, City Council, or city staff. The mayor, city council, or city staff may respond after the comment period has concluded. And speakers shall refrain from personal attacks against fellow citizens, city staff, or members of the council. We will start with speaker one.
I'm here tonight for our neighborhood. We're having some issues with the dog over there and with some people over there that live over there now. My little neighbor got banged around and hit several times by a young kid over there, and we called the cops and they came and they didn't even arrest this kid for assault. And this kid's like 28, 30. I don't know how old he is. He's an older guy. This little guy here is 75. You know, and I don't understand why, how he got away with that. You know, I mean, and it's a house that's the last 3 months we've been watching, there's in and out all the time. And we did talk to the officer about it back here, and she's gonna take care of it. That part of it, but I'm just a little confused why, what we're doing here in West Valley. 2 weeks before that, that same young man was gonna take me on, and I was on the phone with the police. And the police said to me, well, can you go in the house? I said, I can't go in this house. I'm walking down the street. It's somebody else's house. But they came and didn't do anything to this guy at that time either. I mean, do we need to take it in our own hands? Or, I mean, I just don't understand what's going on. So that's why we're here tonight. We want to just figure out what we need to do to get our neighborhood back. We've been there for 29, 28 years, 30 years. Well, we've always lived in a pretty quiet area. So if you guys have any suggestions, we sure like to hear it of what we can do.
Thank you. Speaker number two.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Council, Jim Visock. I'd like to recognize Harmon's Grocery Store. They did a ribbon cutting, and Mayor Pro Tem, you were there. This is they're in their fourth generation of the Harmons running the grocery stores, and this is their fourth refab of this store, which was the initial Harmon store. This time they've included their baking of their lasagnas, their all the little mini foods that you can buy in their stores. They've included this as part of that store, which is going to bring a bunch more employees to West Valley City. They've made a big commitment. The store is beautiful. If you have not been in it, go by and look at it. It is a beautiful, beautiful store. And then Saturday night, my hometown youth had a movie night. We've had one every year, and we had almost 250 kids show up for it. We did it in conjunction with the Central Granger CRC. It was a great event. I'm sorry that, things happened that we didn't get any visitors this year, but it was a really fun event. Just like most of the My Hometown things, earlier that day, we did a day of service. This week, it was all fences. We did 3 fences. And I was telling one of the guys in the other room, the fence project tore down a fence and replaced it in 3 hours. And good thing we had some young guns there, because they had to use pry bars to pull out concrete that was 2 feet deep. And they were able to bust it up. If us old guys that were there couldn't have done that. They were able to do it, and we were able to put up some nice new wood fences in the area. And the My Hometown project is going great. And the reason why I brought up that busting of the concrete, as we're buying tools from them, maybe an electric jackhammer might be a good thing for the My Hometown project. That's all I have.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak to the council tonight? Anybody online? Okay. We'll move on to the, Mr. Peely, do you have anything? Okay, council members? Okay. We'll move on to our resolutions. Resolution 24-128 is awarding a contract to Alta Excavation LLC for the Kiowa Way Storm Drain Project. Purpose is to eliminate flooding to properties on the north side of Kiowa Way. 3 bids were received. Alta was the lowest at $495,000. This is part of the existing budget and will come from stormwater utility funds. To the council.
I move for approval of resolution 24-128.
Second.
Ms. Kamic?
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Christensen.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Resolution 24-129. Approving a cooperative agreement between the city and the Utah Department of Transportation for a safe sidewalk project on 3500 South near 5430 West. The state contributes $169,000 on the project with a required 25% local match, so only $56,300. City will work with UDOT to adjust the limits of the project to maximize the best use. The project is planned for construction in 2025, which in recent times is quick construction because we've had so many problems with back orders. There we go. I knew I'd come up with the word. To the council.
A motion to approve resolution 24-129.
Second.
Okay, Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Christensen.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
There are 3 items on tonight's consent agenda. Each of these items was reviewed and discussed by the city council at last week's study meeting. There's a memorandum of understanding with Utah Attorney General's Office for the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, approval of a subrecipient agreement to receive home investment partnership funds, and execution of an interlocal agreement with Salt Lake County for aerial imagery. To the council.
To approve 3 items on our agenda tonight.
Second.
Ms. Kamic?
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Christensen.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
We have some new business tonight. Resolution 24-133. It's advice and consent to the city manager to remove David McEwen from the Planning Commission. To the council.
Motion to approve resolution 24-133.
Second.
Ms. Kamic?
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Christensen.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Do we need a closed session tonight, Mr. Peely? Okay. There is a quick redevelopment agency meeting following this meeting. So we'll take a final motion for this meeting and then open the redevelopment agency.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned.
I call to order the redevelopment agency special meeting on this August 20th, 2024. We excuse Mrs. Lang and Mr. Fitisimanu. All other members of the agency are present. We're also joined by Mr. Ifo Pili, the city manager, and Nicole Kamak, our city recorder. We have some minutes from June 4th meeting of the redevelopment agency. I turn that to the agency.
I'd motion to approve the June 4th RDA meeting minutes.
Second.
Second. Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes from that meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved unanimously. We have one resolution on our agenda tonight, 24-09. This will authorize the RDA to renew an agreement with the University of Utah School of Business Opportunity Scholars Program. This program uses RDA housing funds to provide first-generation West Valley City students housing at Fairborn Station and education at the University of Utah, which can be accessed by students using the nearby Trax line. The Opportunity Scholars Program provides retention resources such as tutors, mentors, internships, advising, career services, service learning projects, community outreach, networking opportunities, counseling, financial assistance, and access to the program director. We have some students here that are part of the program, and they would like to say a few words, if that's okay with the agency, to hear from some of our scholars. So would any of you like to come to the microphone and tell us about your experience, if you'd like to?
Hello, thank you for your time. I did write part of my speech down because I need to keep it short. It is something very close to my heart, and I'm an ugly crier, so I had to keep it short. So I have been part of the Fairborn Scholarship team since my sophomore year, and I'm going into my last year. So I've been very, very fortunate to be living at Fairborn for like 3 years now. And I always tell my friends and peers about it because genuinely, like, I think if I didn't have the scholarship, I would still want to live there because the amenities are so amazing. The Trax is like a total lifesaver. Like, it is so much closer than paying for a parking pass that you won't even find a parking spot for. It's genuinely the biggest help. So it is definitely a source of pride for me and my entire family as we are all first gen students. My family doesn't, it was a hard time for them to grasp. They're like, what do you mean people are going to be paying for your rent? And I was like, yeah, girl. And so it's definitely like paving the way for my other siblings. That higher ed is not as unattainable as it does seem in our communities. And so I have made also a lot of amazing friends in the community being part of Fairborn. So just overall for me, with knowing that I have a safe space to go home to and be able to focus on my studies, it makes a world of a difference, especially often seen in like first gen, like student households, that there are multi-generational homes. And so if I was at home, I would have to be taking my siblings to school and my grandparents to the doctor's appointments. And, I'm the electrician, the person that knows the password to the internet. And so I feel like it would just be really hard to focus on my studies. And so I am very grateful to be able to, come home and be able to focus. School is very difficult, but I am very grateful for the opportunity, and I really appreciate for you guys to have this time to consider renewing. I do want to know you guys that your support has lifted a weight off my shoulders and has allowed me to be able to pursue my education. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I was just recently awarded the Opportunity Scholarship this year. I am a transfer student, and I just started going to the U yesterday, actually. And so I just want to say I'm very grateful. So far, the opportunity has been great. Trax is super close by and it has helped me a lot. As a first generation student, pursuing a higher education has always been a goal of mine. And it was kind of discouraging at times, but thanks to the scholarship, I am definitely a step closer to fulfilling my dream. And yeah, I just want to say thank you a lot.
Hello. Uh, I just started living here like 3 days ago. I took the trek yesterday for the first time to the U of U. It was really nice. It's only take like 40-50 minutes to get to the campus, easy. And then before that, before living here, I lived in my parent basement in the garage because we have a big family. I have all my siblings go to work and then they just support me a little by little. But the scholarship been helping me out a lot. In the spring semester, I went over to the Korea for the travel abroad program, and then they also helped me out with the tuition as well. So it's been really great. And this year, I have a place to live, and then I don't have to worry about staying in the garage. So it's been really great. And then thank you also to the Nate, I believe, from the group, and it's been really great. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much for speaking to us, and we're proud of you, and we encourage you to keep up with your studies, and when you get your degree, come back to work here in Parks in West Valley. We'd love to have you. All right, so we'll turn over this resolution to the agency.
Motion to approve resolution 24-09.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, let's have the vote.
Mr. Whitstone,
Yes.
Mr. Harmon,
Yes.
Mr. Hune,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
and Chairman Nordbelt.
Yes,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. That concludes our business. One more motion.
Move to adjourn.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Sounded unanimous to me. We are adjourned. Thank you all.